Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. In this video, I'm going to show you how to prune heavy limbs off an overgrown shrub or a shrub that just needs pruning for whatever reason. And it's got fairly large limbs on it. I'm going to show you my quick technique for taking those limbs off without doing any damage to the plant. This is a royal smoke bush. I did a video on this earlier in the summer. You can see how it's all leaning out above my head onto the road. There was a large maple in this front yard that was shading it, and all the new growth was heading out toward the sunlight, the little bit of sunlight it could get. The maple's gone, and now it's time to get this thing cut down some and hopefully balance it back out. It's gonna have some sunlight on the other side now. Hopefully the new growth will balance out some if I can get all this stuff above my head cut off. But I wanna show you my little three-step, little three-cut technique that I use to prevent damage to a tree or a large shrub when you're pruning it. I'm using a razor tooth saw that is for pruning. You can get one of the small foldable ones, which would probably have been adequate for this size limb. These are only about 2 inches, something like that. They're not that big, but I wanted to show you what a razor tooth saw look like. These actually saw pulling back. The teeth are actually angled backwards, and when you pull back is when the where the action is on the saw, where it actually does its pruning. But I'm going to get a little bit closer and show you these big limbs that I'm pruning off. So this limb right here is actually stretched out about 4 feet this way. So there's a lot of weight out here on the end of it. If I cut right here on the top straight down, I'm going to show you what happens. When it gets to about here, watch what happens here. Okay, you see what happens here? It cracks the wood going down to the rest of the part that I was actually trying to leave and does some significant damage. I hope, yeah, I got that. So you can see the damage it causes. The way that I prevent that from happening is I do a cut from underneath. I want to leave this stem right here, okay? This vertical stem right here, maybe even these two as well. So I'm just gonna cut just right above that is where I actually wanna cut this off. What I do is I come from the bottom right here and I basically make a backstop. Okay, so that can't happen this time. Now watch this, when I cut it, I don't know if it'll work as well without weight on it, but now when I cut on this side, when it cracks, it will crack to my backstop right there. So it couldn't go any further than where I had cut my backstop. Then with no weight on it, I can just cut right here. Make one last cut that's smooth. Just like that. So I hope that showed up well. I'm going to do that again on the next one. I'm just going to come right underneath it, right here, and pull. Again, this thing cuts pulling. You can't go up in here too far. Your saw will get stuck. The weight of the limb will cause that. So I make my back cut, then I come right in front of it, right here, and I cut, and watch it break off right to my back cut. Watch this. See how perfect that is? And it prevented any damage from the weight of that limb falling off, from causing me any problems. And then from there, let's get rid of the rest of that. From there, I just make one smooth cut. Just like that. So again, same operation. This is the biggest one, I think, right here. Going up into maybe a third, and then cutting just above it. Boom, see that? It's just absolutely makes a perfect backstop. No damage done. But that's my 3-cut technique. And I've got 3 more to do real quick, and then I'm gonna trim up a couple of these small branches, and this thing should be in good shape. So funny thing is, I did a video with a saw and I cut myself, but it wasn't with the saw, it was with the tripod. So the camera equipment may be more dangerous than the tools I was using. But anyway, that's it. That's my 3 cut method for preventing that back peel that happens from the weight of a heavy branch coming off of any plant that you're pruning. So if you have any, if you think, something that's this long has the potential with that much weight to cause that peeling problem. So just to cut a backstop in it. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to follow along with my channel, and you can see how this royal smoke bush recovers from my butchering of it this morning. Thanks for watching.